Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel, Greyhound DFS. I got 5 of my favorite plays of the night for you, and later I'm gonna give you 5 of my favorite plays, $4,000 and under. So first, you can see I got Spencer Dinwiddie at my point guard spot. Minnesota is high in pace, so I like this. Kyrie's still out, so he's still the go-to guy. He's averaging 30 minutes a game and 37 fantasy points per game. He's projected for 40 fantasy points against Minnesota, and Minnesota's ranked 19th at his position and 26th in total defense. As you can see, look at his field goals made and attempted. He's getting the shots up, so I like that. That means he's got the ball in his hand a lot. And then at shooting guard, I like Jimmy Butler. He's going against Washington. Washington's beat up. I don't like to pick blowout games for teams. Like pick the players in the blowout games that are on the road. But I mean, I gotta take Jimmy Butler. He's only 7,800, so that's pretty cheap for him. And he's in a pace up spot going against the Washington Wizards. So I like Butler today. Jimmy Butler, he is averaging 35 minutes per game and 43 fantasy points per game. Today, he is projected for 42 fantasy points. Washington is ranked 27th at his position and 29th overall. He's the number one option on his team. The last 3 games, he had a 55, a 40, and a 36, so I like him. The 55 was against Philly, who's a good defensive team, and 40 was against Indy, who's a good defensive team, and 36 was against Utah, who's a good defensive team. So now he's getting a break going against Washington, so got to ride with him. And then at my small forward spot, I like Jonathan Isaac. He's playing 30 minutes per game and averaging 31 fantasy points per game, so he's a point per minute guy. Let me see here. He doesn't really get that many shots, but he shoots 46%, which is pretty good. But I look for him to get some more shots against Atlanta. Atlanta's team is terrible, plus Trae Young's probably not playing, so I don't know how they're going to keep the game close because Orlando's a pretty good defensive team. But I like him. I'd like him to get some rebounds. I know Atlanta's got John Collins, but he can't do it all on his own. So I like. Plus, he's at home, so I like him today. And then at my center, I like his teammate Nikola Vucevic, aka Vooch. I like him. He's averaging 31 minutes per game and scoring 41.5 fantasy points per game. Like, this dude's kind of unstoppable, honestly. He's projected for 42 fantasy points today, and Atlanta is ranked 15th against his position and 30th overall. So I like him. I like him to get a double-double too, easy double-double. And then at my utility spot, I like Bam Adebayo against Washington. Washington, like I said, they're injured, they're beat up, they're depleted, and they might end up not even having Bradley Beal tomorrow. The other big guy, Davis Bertans, he's out, so I like him today. He's averaging 34 minutes per game, scoring 40 fantasy points per game. He's projected for 41 fantasy points. Washington's defense is ranked 28th at his position and 29th in total defense. So, yeah, I like him. He gets a decent amount of shots. He's shooting 56% from the field, so I like him. He's tough. He's making a play for most improved player of the season. So that's my 5 favorite players for today. Now I'm going to give you my 5 favorite players 5 favorite players 4,000 and under. And at point guard, I like, where's my guy at? I like Kobe White. Kobe White is, let me see, he's playing 24 minutes per game. He's averaging 20 fantasy points per game. He's projected for 19 fantasy points. Milwaukee's ranked 16th at his position and 11th in total defense. I mean, Milwaukee's tough, but this guy's a bench player, so and he's at home. I like picking bench players at home if I am going to pick bench players. This guy's a shoot first point guard, so he's gonna have the ball in his hands, and going against the backups, I guess, and that's why I like him. And then at shooting guard, I like this guy. Let me see, where are you at? I like Duncan Robinson. The reason he's playing against Washington, so I like him. This dude's been on fire from three. You pretty much can only count on him shooting threes. He doesn't get much rebounds or have many assists, but I like him in a pace-up spot. He's averaging 27 minutes per game. He's scoring 20 fantasy points. He's projected for 19 fantasy points. Washington's ranked 23rd at his position and 29th overall, so I like him. Good, great, nice shooting guard. Spreads the floor real well. And that small forward, I like. How much does he cost? Let me see here. Where are you at? I like Mikal Bridges. And let me see here. Mikal Bridges averages 21 fantasy points per game. Excuse me. He averages 21 minutes per game and 16.8 fantasy points per game. Shooting 50% from the field. He is projected for 16 fantasy points. Portland's defense is terrible. They're ranked 19th against his position and 23rd overall. So I like him. They're on the road though, but I still like him. At power forward, I like. Where are you at? I like the big guy, Frank Kaminsky. Frank Kaminsky's playing 22 minutes per game and averaging 22 fantasy points per game. So he is he didn't play very good against Sacramento. I don't know what that was about, but he's a point per minute guy. I like him. He can shoot threes, spread the floor. So plus he's going against Hassan Whiteside. So Hassan Whiteside is not going to want to chase this guy out at the 3-point line. So he might get him some open 3-point looks. Well, I gotta tell you, Frank Kaminsky is projected for 17 fantasy points. Portland's defense is ranked 28th at his position and 23rd in total defense. And then finally at center, I like. You could go Myers Leonard. I don't know why I wouldn't take Myers Leonard, but. Myers Leonard. I'm looking for him. I'm sorry. Well, reason I don't like him is because, like, the team is just gonna score so easy. Like Bam's gonna score easy. Jimmy Butler's gonna score easy. Tyler Herro's gonna be scoring. Goran Dragic's gonna be scoring. Like, where's Myers Leonard gonna get? Where's he gonna be able to score at? I don't see it. Plus, he doesn't even rebound very well. So I like Christian Wood. Christian Wood is playing 15 minutes per game. He's averaging 18 fantasy points per game. So hopefully, if you don't want to take Andre Drummond, you can take Christian Wood and get him at a deal. Get him on a discount. I like Christian Wood. He's over a point per minute. Shoots 62% from the field. He's projected for 19 fantasy points. However, he's playing against Utah, so if he does play, he's going to be getting guarded by Rudy Gobert, maybe. And that's not very good because that guy's like 2-time defensive player of the year, so he's tough. They call him the Stifle Tower, like he's a beast. But anyway, Christian Wood's projected for 19 fantasy points, and Utah is ranked 8th at his position and 6th in total defense. So, but I still like him though. I got faith in the guy. But anyway, these are my 5 picks, 4,000 or under that I like. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any value out of this video, I ask that you hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at Greyhound DFS, spelled just like my channel. But anyway, good luck, and I'm out.